It's a difference between being educated and being indoctrinated.
Mm.
Y'all were raised to walk around looking like white women. So you wanted to have a conversation about what exactly? Because I want to make sure
I
I
want
get
to
clarity.
find out. I want to find out what is the big thing about, especially African American women wearing wigs, especially since a lot of us have to work in corporate America, and a lot of our culture has now been, I guess we have assimilated the European culture, and now, a lot of the men seem like they want a biracial or a European or maybe even somebody outside of their race. And so some of the ladies are wearing hair similar to that. I wanted to know what's the big thing about that. And then also, what if an individual actually has hair loss?
Okay, if an individual has hair loss, that goes for somebody who's missing a leg. They got to have a prosthetic leg. So if you have arm loss, you got to have, you know what I'm saying? So this isn't about women with hair loss, because if you lost something, most likely you're going to try to find a way to replace it. So I don't want to go down the road of hair loss, because that's not what it is. It's the women
Okay.
who don't deal with hair loss. So your words, just repeating your words, you said that a lot of men, according to women, want women that are of other cultures or persuasions or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, that is not true. See, what happens in a lot of cases, you ladies, all y'all do is sit around talk to other women. And it, and it and it makes zero sense. You know, like if you're sick or you have an issue, you don't go to a car mechanic and talk to them about your stomach ache, right? You go to a doctor. But what women do, they talk to other women who don't even have any sense about what men want.
I guess like at the hair salon, right?
They sit at the hair salon and don't nobody know what the hell they're talking about. And they just babble about stupid stuff, and they start believing the stupid stuff that they hear. But overall, if you want to know what men want, you talk to men. If something's
Okay.
wrong with your car, you don't go to a neurologist. You go to a mechanic. So if you have questions about what men want, women go to men. But that makes too much sense. So that's never going to happen. So the majority of the things that you were taught by your mom, the majority of the things that you were told by your friends were 100% wrong. So men are not going after these other women. They're going after black women. But the problem with the black women that we are going after, you guys don't know yourselves and you have no idea what the hell you're doing. So it causes us to actually not want to be with you, because who the hell wants to be with somebody who doesn't know themselves, who's walking around with this damn wig on all the time trying to look like a white woman?
Okay, now that's okay, but that's your
Because
opinion
I
on that.
want you to think about this. Who the hell wants to marry? Because we'll have sex with you. I'll have sex with a woman that wears a wig. I don't have a problem with that. Well, who the hell wants to marry a woman that walks around trying to look like a white woman?
I understand my husband actually does not prefer wigs as much. Sometimes I wear my own hair, but my hair is finer. It's long, it is very long, but it's fine, and it doesn't have I feel like it does not frame my face how I would, would like to wear it, so that's the biggest thing with me. While I normally wear
But you
wigs,
said
especially if I
women.
don't know.
You
Hmm?
said women, like all women or something. All
Well,
these
I'm
women
just
out here.
saying, because I service a lot of women who get wigs and weave, and so a lot of us we just want to wake up and don't really have to do a lot of styling to our own hair, because a lot of us are very busy, and some of the natural hairstyles are very time consuming. But because I remember when I first met my husband, it almost was a big thing. I mean, I tried to wear my real hair, I even got a relaxing the type of hair I have. I can't get it relaxed, so my hair broke off. I went through the works, trying to make him happy. So eventually I did just, keep wearing wigs. But now since the pandemic, I have been going more natural. To be honest, I may not feel as comfortable wearing my natural hair out in public because I feel like, I guess for some reason, the wigs and the weave make you look more glamorous. But it seems like every time that I'm going on some of these lives and listening to other men, they don't feel that way. So I guess I just wanted to know what exactly is about the hair. Is it just that what if the lady had a
What
very
about
nice
it?
hair?
It's simple. What's about it? It's not yours. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not. It's not funny. It's not. It's really not funny. It's not funny. It's really sad. You know. I married a woman that never wore wigs, so I don't know what the hell y'all are out here doing. Like I'm divorced. I'm divorced now, but I'm not used to all this wig shit. So it's just I don't want that shit in my house. You know, who the hell wants some damn wigs all over the damn bathroom or what? I don't know. It's just disgusting to me. Okay? That's just to me. So, and there's a lot of men who see it the same way. But we'll have sex with you.
I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn.
We'll have sex. We'll have sex with you. Because I tell people, if you see me with a woman who's wearing a wig, she's either my platonic friend or I'm just having sex with her. Because I'm not.
That's terrible.
It is what it is. Hold on, I think I got my guy coming on. I'm gonna bring him on with us. But yeah, just me personally, I dated a woman who wore a wig.
Don't be laughing.
What's up, man?
Shut up.
Hey, yo. No, but he's telling the truth though. Like, he's telling them. I bet I ain't mean to.
It's okay.
Listen, he's telling the truth. A lot of times, women see a man having sex with a woman and think that that's what we love. And that's just far from being the truth. You gotta separate. You gotta separate when a man is thinking below the belt. He'll have sex damn near with anybody. But when he thinks above the belt, above the navel, planning like who he actually gonna marry, that's not in the cards for. He not really, trying to find someone who wearing the wig. Like, I can't see you not. Like, I need to be able to rub my hands through your scalp. Yeah, I like that. I like showing confidence in yourself. I like showing that, you appreciate the gifts that God has given you from naturally, hiding that, like, and, sometimes, the things that you might be insecure about yourself, men be like, men likes the,
That's a fact.
men actually like, you might have a mole on your nose, but we might think it's cute. You like, I don't like this mole, but we're like, nah, it pops your eyes out. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, Rob.
To certain things
Let me say this. I personally love women who have gaps in their teeth, just as an example.
Wow.
So I guess you like Keisha Cole before she got her
Yeah,
gap.
I love Keisha Cole. Yes. So that's an example of how something that you're insecure about, a man may actually love.
That's right.
Now, what about like if you get what about extensions that are nowadays they're trying to integrate the real hair with the with the fake, so you almost can't tell. So like me, I just see this wig on because I think I'm alive.
No.
Yeah, that's
and it's not funny. It's like, you got to understand, women laugh to keep from crying. So it's not really funny. Like, I want y'all to just think about it. A lot of times when y'all laugh, when nobody told a joke, is to keep is a insecurity. Because Rob, we was talking yesterday, and can you tell her or share with everybody what you told me about what they trained in like cosmetology school? You had said
Oh, yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And cosmetology school, right? First of all, let me say sometimes people laugh like I'm one of these people who smile when I'm nervous. So sometimes
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's a,
me
like a
too.
sometimes that's a trying to, keep
Yes.
yourself intact. So let me just say that.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, you're right though. Um a in cosmetology school they taught and they literally taught this women who wear lots of makeup and wigs all the time. They
Eyelashes.
say eyelashes and all of that. They actually taught us are insecure.
Mm. Now, I would
Like,
agree. When I was younger, I wore it all. The only reason why I've stripped a lot because I actually it wasn't even by choice, it's by force. I started to develop chemical sensitivity. I've been working around hair since probably for like 20 years. But I then took out all the lashes. I had a brother, and my brother always would tell me, Chelsea, you're getting fake eyelashes, fake nails. What's going to be next? You're going to get a boob job, a butt job? And my brother would tell me this all the time growing up. And I mean, that's why I just like to hear a man's perspective. But no, I understand that. I could honestly, receive that.
yeah, love that, Adrian. You listen. You might see a man going with a woman with that, but you don't. Most of the time, marrying like it's. I mean, I'm a man. Aaron, a man. We've been married. Around other married men. We just around men that's not married. We men.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all misconstrue what. And yes, you have men that would deal with it. But if you ask them, do they like that? Do they love
Yeah, a
that?
lot of them don't.
They're
I
gonna
do.
tell you no. Like you just
Mm-hmm.
said, look, prime example, the young lady that's on our live right now, right? On A Live, said that she wear wigs and her husband, you married, right?
Yes, I'm worried.
And your husband don't like it, right?
Yeah, I actually but I'm saying I've been wearing my own hair more
Yeah.
recently.
More
Yeah.
recently because he rather you wear your own hair, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
or wigs that look like my own hair.
So
Oh,
he
wait.
rather
Wigs that look like my own hair. See, that is another thing that is troubling. So many women like wearing white people hair. If you want to wear a wig, why don't you wear a wig that looks like your own damn hair?
Yes, that's what he's been telling me.
It's
So I've been
just the
buying more.
weirdest thing. Why the hell you're mimicking white women, and it's just
and then another
sad.
thing is, listen, I agree, ladies. Men, we need to we need to learn to love each other even more. Let me just talk about black men. We need to learn to love y'all even more. But how can we love who you truly are if you're
Mm,
not showing who you truly are?
facts.
Like you want me to fall in love with a facade. No, I want to fall in love with the woman who, when I wake up to, I'm seeing you in your natural state. Nothing
I
you
know.
bear.
He told me. He said, "Can we do the live now?" I was like, "Dang, I couldn't even put no makeup on." So he trying to catch me off guard, get me
but
ready
See
for
what
the
I'm
show.
saying?
but what happens is, look, it's just like when what you wear would determine how your mood and stuff would be and how you would present yourself. So a lot of times when someone is bit, and they teach us that you can tell if somebody's attitude when they woke up in the morning by the way they dress throughout the day, because a lot of times you dress the way you reflect to how you feel a lot of times,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we wear suits all the time, and you can tell that when a person is in a suit, he ain't trying to get dirty. Oh, watch what you're doing. Don't put no makeup on my white shirt. He's in business mode a little bit. He kind of a little serious. He has a different type of demeanor to him, right? So when you wearing makeup, we notice women has a different type of demeanor to y'all when y'all wear makeup. But when you bare face, a lot of times we get to see the true you and hear your truest thoughts. And you don't even realize you do it on a subconscious level, So that.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, um, and it's like I told you, the biggest problem that I see is women talk to other women, and none of y'all know what the hell y'all talking about, and you are actually poisoning, not you, but women are actually poisoning other women. I'll say it right here on his live. The biggest enemy to the black woman is other black women. Because y'all ruin each other's like point of view of the world because y'all have a skewed point of view. And y'all just poison each other with this skewed point of view where what ends up happening is all of y'all just seem nuts to us because we're like, yo, where did you get this mentality from? And you don't know it comes from other women. But if you were to take the time to talk to other men instead of other women, you'll realize like virtually everything that you were taught, virtually everything you know, virtually everything you were told, is completely wrong. And if you were to just get an understanding that like, yo, we like you with no eyelashes, we like you with no wigs and your natural hair or whatever, and no makeup, you'll actually become more confident without that crap instead of becoming more confident with the crap, because nobody cares about your insecurities. And I mean the world, right? Because we don't know your insecurities, but you show the world your insecurities when you put that damn wig on, when you put them eyelashes on, you show the world, hey, I'm insecure. So like in a bar situation, right? And say it's two dudes and we looking to just smash something real quick, trying to take something home and have sex with her the next day or the same day or whatever, right? The easiest women to go after are the women with all this bullshit on her face.
Oh, please don't say that.
If she has a wig on, we already know I may be able to smash. If she has these stupid eyelashes on, I may be able to smash. If she has all this bullshit makeup on, I may be able to smash because it's blatantly showing that she's insecure.
I would just, I just said that on Lapeef and podcast, bro. I just said that. I said women don't realize what translate, not that we verbally say it, but what translate in the mind when you see a woman who's got all of that stuff, wigs and everything on, you be like, oh, that's the easiest one to get.
Yeah.
The one that's natural and bare, the whole 9 yards, is like, I gotta put a little bit of work in. This one she dealing with a different type of confidence. This one, I can't just be like, oh, your eyes is beautiful. I'm just throwing anything out there. Or your eyes just beautiful. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, right? It's funny. I remember this. I was like, you just brought me back. I was like 17 years old, and this girl, this one contacts was popping. You know, everybody wanted to wear different color contacts, right?
Yeah.
So this girl has some hazel green contacts in, and I was like, damn, yo, you got some pretty ass eyes. I said that, right? And she's like, thank you, this and the third. And then we end up dealing with each other for a short period of time, but come to find out, it wasn't her eyes. She took the compliment. She took the compliment about something that it wasn't.
Now, see,
I've always been. I tell people up front. You know what I'm saying? Yes, this is a wig. Yes, this is some fake contacts. I am proud of myself. I mean, it never going.
No, you're proud of other people's. You're not, because it's not yourself. You can't say I'm proud of myself and you got all this crap on. You're proud of plastic.
But sometimes we still have to portray an image when we go out in the workforce.
So you're proud of the image you're portraying. You're not proud of yourself. You specifically said, I'm proud of myself. I disagree. You're proud of all that crap you got on. Let me give y'all a very good visual. Okay, y'all ready? For everybody on here, this is a great visual right here. Imagine you say you about to go on a date, right? And Instagram, he's a cool guy, right? And he pulls up in a car with some big ass rims on it. Okay? He got some big ass rims on his car, right? And he gets out his car and he has a big old stupid looking chain on. Oh no, I'm sorry. He has 7 chains on. You know how rappers be having 7 chains on?
Yes.
What are you going to say about him? What are you going to say about that?
He's trying too hard.
Same thing with women with.
I'm about to say the same thing. When you see him, that guy he pull up on you, music blasting. Like he know damn well he turned around to talk to you. He could have turned that music down a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's looking
He's
for
insecure.
the attention, the whole 9 yards. 30 chains on, all hanging out. Like actually the listen, man, like it's I wear multiple. I got small little. I do got some big joints too. Don't get nothing twisted. But I wear small little chains, right? And normally my chains is normally tucked in, or if I have one out, it'd be just like how Aaron is, just one hanging out, right? But you can tell when a dude doing too much, and when so it translates the same way. Like, baby girl, you doing too much. Like, who I'm meeting? I don't even know who I'm meeting. You know, I heard some men complain about like somebody who just women just sometimes be wearing makeup for a while they even going to bed so they won't see.
Yeah, I have a cousin who does that.
It's sad.
Like it's crazy.
It's so sad.
They won't see the rings underneath the eyes, and you like, baby girl, chill. Like what you think is insecurity, I'm trying to tell you, now we get to pay attention to when you healthy. See, when someone is healthy, your eyes got a sense of gloss to it. So even if you have the rings underneath your eye, like a little darker underneath the eye, you make us pay attention to that glossy eye if you are healthy.
It's funny you say if you're healthy, if you want a healthy chick.
Yeah, of course. I need.
Healthy means slim, not fat.
I'm about to say
healthy. Yeah, I know. I watch your videos too. That's why. You said you don't date
healthy
a big
does
girl
not mean fat. Like healthy means slim. Because I know in the Black community, healthy means fat. So no, slim, healthy, not fat, healthy.
100%. And mind you, even any insecurities that you have, like you might not like the different tones on your face, but when you're healthy, your skin is glowing, your eyes is glowing, your hair is glowing, your fingernails, your nails are shiny. Sometimes yo,
you think you're a holistic practitioner? You're looking at everything: the eyes, the nose,
I
nails.
pay attention to everything. Everything has to be paid attention to.
So stop right here for 1 second. Queen, this is a brother telling you what men like, and you sitting here laughing like, oh, this is crazy.
I can't believe that he was looking at the nails. I was kind of
wait. It's important for you to take notes on what men like instead of laughing at it.
I was laughing because I was shocked. That's
my personality. That might be my nervousness, eh?
I get what you're saying, but just make it a point to take mental notes of these things instead of just like laughing at it, because this is what happens. You in a hair salon, you ain't laughing at what they talking about. You like, oh really? Oh wow. So what they say? Oh, what they do? But you got two brothers here talking. You like, ha, that's crazy. It's not crazy.
No, but I'm about to say, because men do pay, now listen, men do pay attention to those things. Now, rather they ignore it because they've gone after what they just, you know what, I'm going to just hit this. That's it, because now they thinking below the belt. Don't just because a man ignores something doesn't mean that he didn't see it. He just, you know what, I'm not about to argue with her about that, because now, you know, you're going to get it defensive. You ain't going to he mess up the box for the day. He like, you know what, I'm not about to mess this up. But after he get that nut, you can tell the way how he treats you afterwards when he come right back to his senses. I'm just keeping all the way, you know, real, which is, yo, just love yourself, man. We got to do better at loving ourselves. And, you know, and you will see a big difference in conversation, how men deal with you, the type of respect men have for you. You know, you want to grab a man with your mind and not your behind. So a lot of times, when you are in your natural state as a woman, right? When you're in your natural state, the first thing the man thinks, though, is one, he sees confidence, and then two, his conversation with you is going to be totally different, you know. And when you are faked up, makeup, wig down, lashes up, you know what I mean? Then he like, all right, I'm gonna be shallow. There's no need to be deep with this one because she's shallow.
Right.
You know what I mean? At the end of it, that's just how it translates.
Right. And
Now, what do you,
go ahead.
look, now, what do you say about? Because I've heard some men that will talk about women who wore their natural hair. Now, me, I know there are different grades of hair. So some women have Afro kinky hair that look like pubic hair, I guess. And I've heard men talk about their hair as if, in those regards. So what do you say about that? I know you're saying very natural, but I've heard men talk about women in that way about their hair. Well, you don't believe that?
No, I know I do. What it is we're talking about women. I heard men only time they talk about women and their natural hair is those women who think that they don't need to do their hair. Just
Oh,
because you're
don't combing
natural,
it, not combing it.
just because you're natural, don't mean that you're supposed to be, you know what, and keep it moving. No, you
Okay.
gotta train your hair. Like my
Now that
daughters,
makes sense. That makes sense. I
yeah,
understand that part.
like you gotta know how to do. The problem is, and this is a true statement, most of our women don't know how to take care of their hair. So they go
Because
out
they're
and
so used to sticking some stupid shit on top of
You're
their
right
head all the
about that. And
time.
I'm in the industry. I see it every day. And they tell me that. They said, I have to wear a wig because this is just too much daggone work. I can't do it.
because they don't know how to do it or what to do. They don't know why. They don't even understand themselves. For them
Yeah,
to
most women my
understand,
age grew up
but
wearing
the
perms.
yeah, one and even now, like it irks me sometimes when I just be like, dang, you don't allow your hair to breathe. Like it's always into you always got some chemicals in your hair. Then you want to know
Yeah.
why you can't think straight. Do you want to know
Mhm.
why your pH balance all off? Because those chemicals is floating through your scalp and then it goes into the brain, gets in your
Are you a
bloodstream.
holistic person too?
And
You in the health?
I'm
Listen,
very in
Queen.
that.
Listen.
I'm
Listen.
I'm very into health, but I also got my cosmetology license. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, and my mom, I grew up, my mom did hair, my sister did hair. Like, me understanding that, and even my mom knowing how to do hair, didn't really know how to take care of black women hair because it's not taught. It hasn't been taught, and it doesn't get taught
That's
a
true.
lot. So just because you know how to do hair doesn't mean you understand how to do hair. It's just like the best way me to explain. LeBron James said, just because they're in the NBA don't mean that they know how to play the game. It's two different
Mhm.
things. Some people just offer pure talent, but some people don't have the cerebral. They just talented. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with cosmetology, like a lot of black women, our women don't know how to, but it's all right though, because I think that one day, we get some sisters and some brothers that really know how to take care of their, like you really
I
supposed
think
to,
it's getting better now. The younger generation, people in their
Oh no, it's
20s.
not.
nah.
You don't think
No, it's
so?
not. No. Let me say this. Let me say this. Um, in my opinion, women have gotten the laziest that I've ever seen. They'll go to school, they'll get a degree, they'll go to work, but other than that, straight lazy. So they'll sit in front of a computer and go to school or they'll go to class. They'll make good money, but everything else in their lives is lazy.
I
Women
agree with that.
women
I've been a
aren't
victim of
taking
that. I've gotten
care
better, a little bit better.
women aren't taking care of their hair because wig wearers are lazy to a certain degree, unless there's an issue with alopecia or something like that, or hair thinning or whatever. But you said it yourself. They don't know how to take care of their hair, therefore they don't.
Mhm.
And they say they don't feel like taking care of their hair. That's laziness. So on top of that, they don't go to the gym. They don't take care of their bodies because there's a form of laziness. And then they don't eat right because they make the excuse of there ain't no
That's
good
very
places to
true.
eat. And they go out to eat all the time instead of cooking. So they don't cook. They don't take care of their bodies by going to the gym, and they don't eat right, and they don't take care of their own hair. They just
Mm.
feel like it's easy to just sit here and just drop some white people hair on their head and just walk out the door. And
And,
it's
and you,
disgusting. So you got all these overweight, wig wearing, eyelash wearing as women who have some degrees. So they
And
think since I got a degree, since I got a good job, I'm not lazy. No, you lazy as hell.
100%. And can I say this?
Huh?
A lot of times, the women who you see lose their hair is thinning. Um,
Yeah, I know what you're going with
They're
that.
wig wearers.
it's coming from permanent hair for many years,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're destroying the natural hair bond. So
Mm-hmm.
when you put a chemical in your hair, the chemical destroys the natural hair bond and it temporarily puts a chemical bond in there. So that's what you're doing. You constantly do that for many years. Exactly what's going to happen when you burning your scalp, because that's what you do with a perm. Rather, you can as you burning your scalp over and over and over again, you're destroying the natural hair bulb. So then now you stop growing hair in certain places. When you put those lace fronts in, you're destroying you thinning the hairline as well. So when you see these a lot of time, and it comes from bad dieting. Go back. Let's go back to our big
See?
grandma. Let's go back to
Oh
big
no, no,
grandma,
no! I
right?
believe you on that. I
Right.
studied
Mm-hmm.
the health too.
Let's go back to big grandma. Big grandma and all of them, right? And when I say big grandma, we talking about great grandma. Most of them, those women all had their hair. You didn't really see big grandma. They might have cut their hair, but actually having hair, those older women, they had all of their had their hair. A lot of them, I should say. When
Mm-hmm.
you as you getting closer and closer, it's no reason why you 30 years old and you don't have no edges. There's just no reason for that, unless you never grew edges, and that was just something in your chromosomes. But other than that, there's
This
no
was
reason why you
mostly
don't
from
have that.
relaxers and bad hairdos.
One hundred
It's like
percent.
a drug addict who at some point starts losing their teeth. It's kind of like, forget all the other things that a drug addict is doing, but one of the side effects of a person that does drugs is they lose their teeth because
Yes,
they're addicted. When you add chemicals to your body, it affects something totally different. So when it comes to a woman, her addiction is this bullshit on their head, and all these chemicals or whatever. And they ended up, and what ends up happening is like Ross said, your pH balance is off, your diet is off, and you end up getting fat.
Yeah,
So now you got these fat women with wigs on, and it's like y'all. And then oh, what's wrong with these men? Because we don't want y'all. That's why. It ain't nothing wrong with us. It's something wrong with y'all.
and
and I
then
think that's another discussion about the weight. That's a good topic because I recently got my holistic practitioner certification, and none of my clients wanted to do it.
but
Because they're lazy.
but what a lot of times it's hard to to continue on keeping yourself up. So as he said, it becomes lazy, right? But it's only hard in the beginning. See, anything that's good for you, you're going to come to some type of struggle,
Mm-hmm.
right? Anything that's good for you has trouble in its infancy stages. So in the beginning, it's hard. You got to work yourself out, get yourself. But once you start really seeing results, that's when the other gear kicking. Like, you know what? I got to keep this up, right? And then it becomes easy. Running a mile the first day back of working out is hard. But once you continue on running a mile and then 6 months later down the line, like that's nothing. Like you wake up, that's a routine. You know, I wake up, I'm running a
Mm-hmm.
quick mile and I'm good. Right. But the thing about it is, it's easy. And then, yes, you have some men, right? Let me just say this. I know men, right, that will push up on big women and be like, man, I love that. But they only know that those women are insecure, or a lot of those women are insecure, so they use that to their advantage to dominate them because they're not real men, right?
And have somewhere
They
to stay.
they have somewhere to stay. They can manipulate them. They can use them for whatever they want to use them from, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, they use them and they know, and here go they line. You better be lucky I'm dealing with you. You know what I mean? Like now it's like now it's you better be lucky
Yep.
that you're dealing with them, right?
Mm.
Because but when a woman, I'm telling you, when she got her thing together, she's right, she eats healthy, she's slim, man, he has to deal with her totally different. Yes, he's trying to gain dominance so he can be a leader, right? I think naturally we are leaders, naturally, but it's not in a negative way, I should say. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So a lot of times when a lot of these weak men prey on insecure women so they can dominate. And normally these women wearing a whole bunch of wigs, caked up makeup, he knows you're insecure. It's easy to see. If I see you walking down the street with a whole bunch of makeup on and wigs on and eyelashes, I already know your insecurities. You already told me your insecurities without me even talking to you.
Yeah.
Without me even talking to you.
And we can have sex with that woman within 3 days.
Yeah, I'm good.
The
might be sooner.
Might be sooner. The more crap you got on your body that isn't yours, the more you'll give up the ass, and the faster you'll give up the ass.
Mm-hmm. It's sometimes it's just like women who go on vacation, right? I know some women that go on vacation. Remember, like, I'm gonna just say this. My mom had me when she was 15. A know this. So I grew up around women, all my aunts and everyone young. So I used to listen to their friends, the whole 9 yards. They didn't know. My mom didn't know how to properly parent. So I used to be sitting in the living room while they was playing spades and cards, and they drinking and talking BS back and forth, talking about men. So, but I know women who used to go on vacation. They be in full-blown relationships, but they go on vacation, they dress differently than what they did on while they was at home. So they got the wigs on vacation, the whole 9 yards, so they can cover up, so no one can know who they really are, so they can have sex same night, do whatever they want to do, party the whole 9 yards, right? And then when they could go back home, no one will recognize them. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So you got all of that going on.
I actually think wearing a wig makes you more subconsciously promiscuous anyway. If you just think about role playing, when you do role playing with a woman, the first thing she wants to do is put on a different wig. So, you know, psychologically, subconsciously,
you want to be other than who you.
You want to be other than who you are. So when you got a wig on, you're gonna throw that ass out there a little easier. And
you know, Drake said it.
We enjoy it.
Hotline. Drake said a hotline.
Uh-huh.
He said, it's hard to love someone when that someone want to be someone else. Right? It's hard to love someone when that someone wanted to be someone else.
It's easy to have sex with them though.
Yeah, all right. Well, because they someone else.
Because she's someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's
when Beyonce puts that wig on, she's Sasha Fierce. I bet if she was single, she'll be easy to have sex with. But she married, so that's a difference. But she's even a different person when she puts her little wig on.
I was about to say, and her background is a little different. She had the privilege than other female artists, than a lot of female artists. Her dad was there. Like her dad. I'm just saying. But I know exactly what you mean, though. She
puts that wig on. She actually becomes Sasha Fierce. So she turns into another person. So subconsciously, she turns into a more aggressive person when she has the wigs on. So it's a real thing.
That's right.
Okay, have you ever seen Beyonce in an interview when she doesn't have a wig on? She's like, well, yeah, you know, it's she even looks down and looks around. Well, yeah, you know, but when she puts that wig on, she's just like,
That's our alter ego, huh?
I'm just saying. So women who wear wigs are, to a certain degree, because everybody's different, more insecure, easier to have sex with, and are possibly going to have a more difficult time getting married and having a man that actually wants her for her, because he doesn't know who she is, because neither one of them know who she is, because she has all this bullshit on. So if you actually want somebody to want to be with the real you, You have to present the real you to the world. Go ahead, Raw.
The actual quote is, try being with somebody that want to be somebody else. That's the actual quote.
Okay.
Try being with somebody that wants to be somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's the actual quote. I just wanted to slide that in there. But nah,
Yeah.
you're right. You hitting it right on the nose. I agree with everything that you're saying. It's just, and the key thing is this, man. If you want to know what men like, stop talking to women. Women need to stop talking to women. It's just like me going, I'm not talking to my friends, my male friends, I should say, because I got female friends too, about what you know, what women like. I'm gonna go to, my mom is my road dog, so I call my mom. I'm 33. My mom only 48. She had me when she was young.
Oh wow.
So my mom only 48 years old. So my mom knows everything. She's still young. So it's hard to get her to watch my daughters because she like, nigga, I'm going out too. Right? You feel me? So at the end, and she living her life. All her kids is grown now, so she out of here, right? Enjoying life. So at the end of the day, like, you know, I'm going to my mom. My mom give me game. The reason why I'm able to understand, one, not just from experiences, but also I have a guide. I got women that actually guide, different types of women from different backgrounds as well. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So it's so important to listen to men if you want to understand them. And it's the truth. It's the truth.
And I'll say it again, and I don't care if it pisses anybody off. The biggest enemy to black women is other black women.
Other black women.
Because all y'all do is poison each other with screwed up, toxic, trauma bonded perspectives, and you turn around and you talk about trauma bonds. A lot of y'all have trauma bonds with your friends and not with men. You got the same homegirl from middle school, and her life is trash, but you still have her as your best friend. How is this idiot your best friend?
Yeah,
a lot of women have
people.
a lot of women have full-blown idiots as best friends. Your best friend is a full-blown idiot. That's the trauma bond that women never talk about. They always want to talk about men. Your trauma bond is with women.
Yeah, and the thing is, and I feel my mom, I never really understood it until as I got into an adult and I had to, being married, right? My mom used to always tell my sister, it's crazy. My mom used to always tell my sister, don't be listening to your friends, right? She said a lot of women, because of their past traumas or how they view men based upon their experience, they try to bring you and throw dirt or give you the wrong piece of advice. And it's not coming from a sincere heart of being optimistic. A lot of women think from the, half cup full instead of half cup empty. And when you giving advice from a half cup full mentality,
or half cup empty.
Yeah, half cup empty mentality. I'm sorry. It's totally different. So, and I never really understood that. But then now when I was in my, marriage, and then I'm listening to what I had to go through with my ex-wife, was listening to her friends and her friends' perspective and things in that criteria.
Yeah, your friends can ruin your marriage. That's true.
Right. And it was from and I'm not saying that's what ruined my marriage. I'm just saying what this stuff that you will go through. This could be one of the things that you go through in your marriage. But I'm hearing it, and now it's bringing me back. Like now I understand exactly what my mother was trying to say to my sister, which that's why my sister don't listen to her friends. Like my friends is my friends. I love them. They love me. This is what my sister will always say. But when it comes to start getting into personal relationship, what's the name? That is not it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That is not it. And she always kept that distance. She don't mind sharing her story, you know what I mean, at the end of the day, but advice is one thing. And a lot of times people fail to realize people just want to vent anyway. They're not looking for you to say anything.
Mm-hmm.
They just need to vent. You they friend, the whole 9 yards. But even then, you gotta keep your that type of things to not to yourself, but to somebody that you're not going to. Because when you go to your friends talking bad about your man to your
Mm.
friends, now you don't plan on leaving him. You plan on staying with him. But now they know, now they looking at your man all crazy. And you want to know why it's awkward when they come around.
Mm-hmm.
Or you want to know why your friends really like him even more. Like they could trying to separate so they could get to your man at the end of the day, because you talking all this stuff about him, you still with him. He must got that work. So you got some of them type of, and I'm trying to tell you, this is how this is what really happens. We can try to this is what really happens. Being
Yeah.
real.
Let me give you a very good interpretation of your best friend. Somebody said, it just occurred to me that many women are actually afraid to heal because their entire identity is centered around the trauma they've experienced. They've had no idea they have no idea who they are outside of their trauma. And that unknown, that feeling of going to a place that's unknown, which is healing from your trauma, is terrifying. So
Yeah.
the reason why a lot of you ladies, your best friend or you refuse to get coaching, refuse to get therapy, because your entire identity is predicated off of you complaining about your trauma. And if you no longer have trauma,
Most of the people like
you
that.
no
Yeah.
longer have an identity, and your life will actually fall apart more because you don't have anything to complain about anymore. And, a lot of y'all, if y'all stop talking, y'all just gonna fall over and die, sadly. But because just imagine a woman with nothing to complain about. She'll just faint because she's like, wait, I don't have nothing to complain about. I got to complain about something. But I just got therapy and I'm healed, so I don't have anything to say. Oh my God, and she'll just fall out.
A lot of times women prey on other women being unhappy because they are
Mm.
unhappy.
Kind of
It's
what happened with Wendy Williams. And didn't you talk about that? The Wendy Williams thing and that lady with the
Mm-hmm.
natural hair?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With
yeah.
the natural hair, the wig wearing
I heard you
woman
say that
was
one.
an angry, spiteful, insecure person, and the woman who had her natural hair was a happy, secure with herself. Like, and that's a perfect example. That's the difference between a wig wearer and a natural hair woman. The woman with the natural hair, in most cases, is going to be more grounded, more solid, and more emotionally available than the woman who wears wigs all the time.
Prime example. Look at those women. I call them um like those women who do a lot of yoga, who into the natural hair, the stuff like that, right?
The way natural hair.
Most of those personalities, those girls who like to light incense all the time, who got all of
Yeah.
the good, they got all of the good soaps, the little different, you know what I mean, the little different things.
I'm
No,
kind
Mm-hmm.
of like that. I
no,
just wear
yeah,
wigs.
yeah, but I'm
I'm
saying
very much like that.
on a normal basis, they be cool, calm, and collected. Even if I don't, I'm not telling you this is what you need to do, but even if they smoke weed, right? They be chill, laid back. They not even into the, you know what I mean? They not rah 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 yelling out the window, screaming, "Hey girl, just out the while they driving by." They not like
Mm-hmm.
that. Most of those women are right. Like I listen, they don't mind, you know. They run into the store. They don't have to put a whole bunch of put makeup on to run
Makeup.
to the store. Things of that
Mm-hmm.
criteria. They personalities be cool, calm, and collective, and just chill.
I want you to think about the last time, whether it's on the internet or in person or whatever, the last time you seen a young lady who had natural hair fighting or arguing with somebody.
Oh my God.
You don't see it. You don't see it. The
I'm
main
laughing
women who
because
be
it's true.
fighting and arguing be women
Because
who
it's
wear wigs.
fashion.
Because
Uh,
the wigs have given them some type of, I don't know, mental disorder. I don't know what happens with, I never put on a wig, so I don't know what the hell this shit is that y'all put on your hair, on your heads,
Yeah,
but
some of them do have chemicals.
it affects your brain. When was the
yeah.
last time you seen a woman that wear wigs? I mean, I'm sorry, who doesn't
Lashes.
wear wigs, who wears plaits or dreads or whatever out here fighting? You're
Mm-hmm.
barely ever going to see it. It's always the women who wear wigs that are the angriest, the most spiteful. I will never,
Being something
ever
over being
take a
it,
woman who wears wigs seriously in a
Mm.
relationship. We can be friends, but I will never, ever romantically take a woman who wear wigs seriously, ever.
it's a difference between being educated and being indoctrinated.
Mm.
Mm.
All right.
And a lot of times you hear someone talking, you can tell, I can tell when they've been indoctrinated because I know the school of thought that they come from immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Like you be like, oh yeah, you drunk the juice, right? And people don't realize it's really real just because, a lot of times you have people you go through college, you being indoctrinated. Not that you can't be educated, but
Mm-hmm.
majority, we looking at the numbers. I'm a math person. We look at the numbers. Most of the time they are being indoctrinated and they believe because you're being indoctrinated through the system, you start changing the whole dynamic of the way or what you teaching and it's just so easier to go what everyone says to do. Even in education about ourselves, about the hair, the whole not like what we was talking about before. Most of the time our people are just indoctrinated. They're not educated. It's a big
Yeah.
difference.
Y'all were raised to walk around looking like white women.
Being indoctrinated. You was being indoctrinated through movies. So you still, because they already being programmed through YouTube and through whatever, that being black is whack.
Mm-hmm.
And that the
Mm.
lighter people got more opportunities. The lighter people gets this. The lighter people look better. The hair, the whole 9 yards. You being indoctrinated that. And it's the sad part. People really think fine hair is the best grade of hair when technically the best grade of hair is the coarse hair. The
Yeah, I wish I had some coarse hair.
people who had
Because
coarse
it
hair.
doesn't style as properly as the thicker. It
Exactly. When
doesn't.
when you got thick, coarse hair, you can do whatever you want with that. You got to train it, but you can do whatever, and it protects you from the sun. But when you got fine hair, the sun is beating that fine hair up, and those the ones who go bald earlier. No, it's the truth.
I
But
can't.
you've been indoctrinated to think the opposite.
And let me say this. I'm going to go back to black women. Y'all indoctrinate yourselves back into this stupid mess. Have y'all ever seen a TikTok or just a Reels video of, it'll be a woman, she just got up, she ain't got no makeup, she ain't got no wig, she just sitting around like da 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 da, and then she does this. Boom. And then she got this stupid wig on and all this makeup, and she's like, now look at me. And I'm just like, this shit is it's pathetic.
That's right.
Like it's disgusting.
That's
I
right.
mean, I hate it. I'm like, yo, man, it's so sad how black women are literally ruining other black women.
Yeah.
All this bullshit. It's so sad.
Mm-hmm. And
Can't get
and
mad at
and
the black
you know what
man. I
I
mean, the
hate?
white man. It's
You
a
know,
black woman.
you know what I hate what women say too these days? I hate when I go online and I hear women say, men need to stay out of women business. But you
Yeah, that they haven't said that
now
recently.
listen, some things I agree. Some things is just women business. I agree. And just like some things is men business. But baby girl, you can't expect us to mind our business with everything, but you want us to protect you. That doesn't make no
Mm.
sense. You looking the same men who you want to protect you, but you tell him in the same sentence that he need to mind his business.
See,
That it doesn't work that way. Like, not only that, you trying to date or you want to be with a
us.
black man,
Mm-hmm.
right? You want to date us. You want to be with us. You want to marry us. So we have to get in your business in order for us to know how or if you are worthy for me to protect you or we want to marry you.
And on top of that,
Go ahead.
we are your protectors. So you are our business. Like,
That's right.
I will never back down to some woman saying stay out of women's business. You are our business. My job is to protect you. Like, without men, period, where the hell would y'all be? Like,
We need each other. Like,
everything on the planet was created. Well, not everything, because by
So you
either
put that in
God
family
or
now.
by man. Mostly
God is
everything
man.
on the planet was either created by God and or a man. The roads, the cars, this bottled water, all this shit, the bottle the water is in, and God made the water. So without men and God, where the hell will y'all be? So y'all are definitely our business because we take care of y'all asses.
God
Mostly
is
everything
man.
on the planet was either created by God and or a man. The roads, the cars, this bottled water, all this shit, the bottle the water is in, and God made the water. So without men and God, where the hell will y'all be? So y'all are definitely our business because we take care of y'all asses.
When you realize, that's like, because you don't see men online talking about women need to stay out of, when y'all critique us about certain things, men
Mm-hmm.
has to be held accountable, right?
Yes.
And men
Yeah,
go to
they
their account, and we will hold each other. And you hear men go against other men and will hold each other accountable. But when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to accountability in our sisters, boy, I try to tell you, they be
Because
like, "Oh,
women want
now
to
y'all need to
operate like children.
mind your business. Now y'all need to mind your business." But at the end of the day, as he said, you are our business, and we love y'all, and we never going to stop loving y'all. And at the end of the day, we only want a black woman. We only want to be with y'all, and if we want to be with y'all, you go underneath our protection, and being underneath our protection, that I'm in your business.
The sport of trauma comes from offense and defense. So what this means is if you get offended, which is that's offense, or you feel defensive, which is defense, you are traumatized.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody on here gets offended, you're traumatized. You feel defensive and you want to comment and say some crazy shit, you're traumatized.
And
So
he can, and
you're
this book.
operating in the sport of trauma if you're offensive or defensive. Keep that in mind.
And what he just said is backed by a psychiatrist in his book called "The Body Keeps a Score." See, one thing about, if you ever hear me say anything, rather, I'm gonna tell you where I got it from. I got data to support. We're not just
Mm-hmm.
out here just talking just to be saying, just to be talking.
Here's another book.
We
Adult
can.
Children of Emotionally Immature Parents.
Wow, adult children. Yo, send that to me, when you you get a
Gotcha.
chance. Send
All
that
right.
to me.
All right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would like to know about that book too.
I actually coach women,
Mm-hmm.
So the first book is Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. The second book is called Attachments, which we talk about
Yeah,
attachment
yeah,
styles all the
attachments.
time.
Yeah, that's right.
And the third book is Conscious Parenting, where because to me, I do what I do specifically to help people parent their children better so the next generation won't be as screwed up and as traumatized as our generation was.
Hell yeah, I know I was traumatized.
Official grant. I got you, bro. I'm gonna send it to you too. As soon as he send it to me, I'm gonna send it to you.